Hey everyone, Reyan here from the BRZ and Brews show live here at Meatstock in Sydney with Adriano from BRZ Food. How you going, man? Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Man, finally we caught up. Only took us 3 meat stocks. But look, mate, just tell us a little bit about yourself. How did, what got you started? Like, I know Adriano, I know the face, I know the smile, but just, yeah, how did you get started in the barbecue world?
So the whole idea is like I've been cooking barbecue since, I don't remember when it started back in Brazil. I'm from Brazil, so you can pick it up for the accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? And the BRZ is just something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So been cooking, and I met a couple of friends at work, and they said, oh, we are putting it together, a barbecue team, back in 2015, 2016.
Yep.
And so I start from there, doing a couple of competitions in Adelaide. And I had to actually find a way to get some money for a competition. So that's when the BRZ rubs started. So it's kind of a way to sell a little bit, get some cash,
cool,
and go to the next competition.
That's awesome, man. And look, I feel like that's such a common practice of a lot of barbecue teams.
Yeah.
You know, got Butcher's Axe, got their rubs going on. In Meat Graffiti, they got their stuff going, and it seems like the rubs sort of, you know, help fund it, and that's kind of part of the passion. And it's the good thing about it's driven by passion and not necessarily driven by trying to make lots of money. It's about just like, okay, how do I get some funding so I can?
Yeah, I was pretty proud of it because I had like my background is a little bit different, so that's why like the rubs, the BRZ rubs, is a little bit of South America, Latin America. So you have like the chimichurri and the Mexican sort of flavors.
Yeah.
And I try to, if you think about it, say, oh, how can I do something make me proud, and that's the whole idea of BRZ.
That's all right. Let's talk about the rubs while we're on it anyway. So you got four different rubs?
Four
okay.
Right
now.
now.
Talk us through it. Like, so, I mean, you said the chimichurri one. Now that one really interests me, and I haven't got around trying it yet. But what's the concept there? Is it you sort of throw some fresh herbs at it, or is it sort of slightly different mix up?
So the whole idea, like chimichurri, a lot of people knows they are like I think the most famous sauce in South America. So it's quite common in Argentina and Uruguay. So it's very herby, garlic, and so that was my first rub. So Gringo, that's the name of the. The whole joke around is the foreigner rub in the country.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I love
it. So the chimichurri was Stafford was testing in the SCA.
Yep.
So I tried to say, oh, if I want to do something different, something no one actually doing. So that's like was a couple of like I did a lot of research to have a dry rub. I could use in the SCA. So that's the Gringo. So chimichurri, basically dry chimichurri, you can quite easily. Put it like a little olive oil, vinegar, and you're ready to go.
Nice. And would you, like, I mean, I've used a few other ones, dry chimichurris in the past. Would you add fresh herbs to yours? Like, is that something that...
So the one thing is, if I'm gonna add fresh herbs, I prefer to actually do one from scratch.
Yeah.
Because I have my own family
recipe.
So I have to actually... So that's kind of when you want to do something quickly, and I normally add a lot of fresh chili.
Yeah, right, okay.
So they like get a little
and the
bit
colour too, right? When you get some red chili through those, it looks amazing. And what's the, so obviously you've got the like a picana style rub as well, and which has got it's a very crunchy and very like I guess
rock salt.
Rock salt, So
like not a lot of people know like the rock salt comes from the gauchos. Gauchos is cowboys in South America.
Yeah.
So like in South Brazil and Argentina and Uruguay, they had the ranch they could go, and so they travel, and the way they preserve the meat was with rock salt.
Yeah, right.
It's a little bit different like in Asia or in India, they had the spices to preserve. Back in the days with us was salt. And that's kind of the whole traditional, if you're gonna cook red meat, you're gonna cook with rock salt.
Yeah, okay.
My dad never allowed me to actually cook or marinate red meat.
Yeah, right.
It's from his head, if you marinate red meat, it's because you try to hide the smell. So he said, nah. So that became the idea of rock salt, fine herbs, so bring a lot of flavor inside the spice, and a lot of people actually put in a grinder.
Yeah, look, and that's what I was going to bring up. I saw a few comp teams doing that with your rub, and they're like, "Oh, try this," and like this bag of like crystal, finally powdered.
It's legal.
I'm like, what is this? So I'm like, wow, and it's just it's so punchy when it's
Yeah.
like obviously in its sort of whole state, it's got a lot of flavor, but it's obviously big particles. But yeah, as soon as it's crunched up, it's like man, like really fine and just hits
Hot
ya.
chips with that is so good. Yeah,
Right. That's so cool. And that's what I like about a lot of the rubs too. And like, especially when you sort of have this and like, okay, yes, it's for red meat, but yeah, you do that. You crush it up, put it on some chips. It's a whole new world, right? Yeah, I love it, dude. And what are the other two? So you got.
So I have a Mexicana. Mexicana is so like when I moved to Australia 16 years ago, my first job was a Mexican restaurant. So
Yeah,
I was
right.
a chef in a Mexican restaurant. So the one thing Mexicana is a kind of my version of a sauce.
Yeah, okay.
So I had all the ingredients in my head. I cook like every single day, and I say, okay, I reckon it works quite well. And it basically is chili with chocolate.
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of course, got a black pepper and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
elements, but it works quite well with white meat. Got a second place in a rub of the year.
Yeah.
In lamb rub, second place in the country. Over 160 competitors. It's a pretty good result.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, touching on that, it's just like just to have everyone there at the awards.
Yeah,
night
it
too,
was so
man,
good. Yeah,
so good.
It
And
was
then like just that acknowledgement. And it's amazing work, obviously, to have that organised with Jay and Simon sort of things, and just seeing like man, like. And like you guys like finally get a little bit of recognition, and because people do a whole bunch of work. That was really cool to see, man.
Yeah.
That was really. I'm glad Mark and I were there because that was just one of those things where like
Yeah,
we didn't know what to expect,
so
and then
good,
it was just like, oh man, it's just everyone's so happy, and even to get like you said, like just to be even placed in the top 5 out of 160, like that's you're doing
a
all
great
right.
achievement.
Yeah, great achievement, right?
And the last one is extra mojo.
Extra what? Sorry.
Extra mojo.
Oh, extra mojo. Oh, cool. Yeah.
So it's kind of was kind of a version of I do like the steak competition. And I was my steak rub for a long time.
Yeah.
And after like a while, we realized it's not just steak. This is all purpose.
Oh man.
It works with anything.
All protein. That's awesome, man. That's unreal. Look, and where are your rubs available? Where can people find your rubs?
Online, of course. We have a Kill Club, a lot of butcher shops.
Yep.
I'm quite lucky to have in every supermarket, the full-length supermarkets of Australia.
Yeah, right.
So we had a great partnership.
Oh, unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
A couple of places in New Zealand, New Caledonia. So yeah.
Cool, man.
It's going,
That's unreal. That's cool. I've got to try it out. It's on the list. I've just got the list is really long. Got wait. There's too many rubs in there. 160 rubs, right?
Yeah. So
that's only the ones I've actually tried to get in the competition.
No, it's crazy, mate.
No,
it's great. Yeah. But
so, competition barbecue, man. You do that. Obviously, did the SCA.
Yeah.
How'd you go last night?
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a first place, Meatstock Sydney, so pretty proud of it. No. Finally, Meatstock, you got a
bit of I baited that one a little bit. That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And look, it's just one of those things. So, talk us through, your sort of steak cook-up, because it's not your traditional steak cook-up people do at home. Yeah. The steak gets tied up in a circle, things like that. Like, give us a quick run through on what you do for your steak.
So the whole idea that I think, we have a lot of competitors, and I think we have now we've kind of got a like a style everybody does.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. You can see
it looks all the same. Yeah, very much the same.
Because that's kind of a standard. You have two ways to approach, or you follow the path.
Yeah.
Or you do something completely different. But if you do something
risky.
completely, it's quite risky.
Yeah.
So that's kind of is a Texas style. They do in Texas. They do in America.
Yeah,
so it's kind of because the whole idea you chase the points so you can go to the finals.
Yeah.
And so you need to actually try to keep that path.
Yeah.
So for me, I marinate and get the right shape. And hot and fast.
Yeah, hot and fast. Cool.
Hot and fast, and early on I was reverse seam before, and I didn't like the actual color.
Yeah, okay. Because it kind of gets that sort of color.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. And obviously, it's I think it's medium. I believe is that
medium,
so you got to get through medium, and trying to get that temperature and get that. So from a thought process of like, okay, your steaks, you're getting hot and fast. You got to get it done. How long before you hand in do you generally cook your steak? Do you have a certain okay, I know this is going to get tasted at 5.
Yeah.
I need to have it cooked by this time, and it's got to sit for X amount of time.
So then normally the way my thoughts is always like I will go like what time I want to hand in,
Yep.
and I'll work backwards.
Yep.
And so, but I'll try to actually be the first. So the window of handing is like half an hour.
Yeah.
I always try to be early on, but not the first one.
Yeah.
Because I always, in my head, like no one's gotta give like a high score
No,
in a
100%,
first steak. Because still, I don't know, I don't have a sort of
Nothing to compare against.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I absolutely agree. And I think even as like Mark and I have judged, and the same thing, like the first time you're doing it, you're like, I guess this is like an 8. I
That's
don't know.
the right flavor
Is
or
it
not?
right? And then you're like, go, oh, and then you look back sometimes, you're like, damn it, that should have been like, that one was a 10.
Yeah.
But it was early. But yeah, that's a good idea. So, and I mean, look, great to win as well, right? I mean, that's that sort of thing. And so do you do much ABA or is just STA?
So ABA is quite hard for me because back in I live in Adelaide. We have a team, but it's just like I think we have one or two competitions, or maybe 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a lot of investment
Yeah.
to travel and a lot of time.
Oh,
'cause,
mate, yeah.
Like any trip to Sydney will be 2 days in and out.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, we have a team. We try to compete as much as possible.
Yep.
But the state competition was the only one I found easier to fly in, fly out.
Yeah.
And I'll probably am the only one actually have a backpack and,
Yeah, right.
jumping in a plane and arrive. And I'm quite grateful to have a couple of teams helping me out in
Yeah.
Victoria in here.
No, that's unreal, man. Like, and that's awesome to see too. And I mean, so when it comes to Meatstock, you've been a part of it.
Yeah.
For how long?
So I think the whole relationship started on our first trip to Brazil.
Yeah, so Churrascada.
Churrascada. I think was trying to remember. It was 2019 now.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
So it's kind of we became good friends. Like it's a great family
Yeah.
to be part of. Yeah, pretty happy.
No, it's unreal, man. And look, I think it's, you sort of see, like we're experiencing it right now. Because I mean, this is our first round of Meatstocks. Like we've never been to Meatstock until this year. I'm really sad today's the last day, right? I'm like, man. I'll tell you, Mark,
No, wait a minute. We have another one. You
I
can
know,
come,
Brazil,
you can come
Sao
over.
Paulo, yeah, I wish I could get up there. But look, but it's one of those things like speaking to so many people, and I'm making a point to try and catch up as many people as I can because it's such good relationships, and they're kind of like, you kind of don't, like, oh man, I'm not going to see you till maybe the next comp or maybe Meatstock next year, and it's been really cool. I mean, for you, what is like obviously you're going to Sao Paulo?
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
Yeah.
fantastic, man.
They need the translator.
Just put you in the front of the pack.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does Meatstock mean to you?
Family, big family.
Yeah.
Winning. Yeah, winning. No, that's the only word that can come to my mind is family.
And I absolutely agree, man. Like, I think it's just one of those things that, and I think it's probably the biggest thing for me is it's such an embracing family.
Yeah.
Like you come in and you help out. Like we helped out a little bit. All of a sudden it's like like we high five and we say hi. It's like, as if we've known each other for years. It's so good.
Yeah.
And like for you, like I mean, and some of obviously that's let you do a whole bunch of movies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what's that? No movies, sorry, like
The
videos.
Yeah,
and things
videos.
like
Yeah.
that. What's that? How's that been going for you? Is that from you've done some great stuff with Jay there. I think I saw you the other day doing some stuff with Weber as well, which is unreal.
That's it.
What are those experiences like, man?
So I'm very proud of to say, like, I'm trying to actually push quite hard Brazilian barbecue, South American barbecue.
Yeah.
And that was a conversation back in 2020 with Jay.
Yep.
2020, 21, 20. I was in Paul Macquarie with him, and I said, oh, why not actually start showing different sort of techniques?
Yeah.
Not just American barbecue.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love American barbecue. I love the competition. But I said, oh, that's your background. That's something you grew up.
Heritage,
you're proud of. Why not? And so that was my first video was picanha.
Yep.
Rum cab. Look, it's this. You need to.
You got to do it, yeah.
You got to do it. I was pretty shy at the moment, like at the time.
You did really well, man. It looked real good.
And after that, like, just got better and better.
That's
and
awesome.
Jay kills it.
He kills the videos. I watch it, like, I'm like, man, how does he do it? And like some of the shots, like, they're just perfect, right? The way they need to be.
Yeah.
So
with the Weber is
Oh yeah.
They are locals, so
Of course, yeah,
Adelaide. So why not actually get together? And
Yeah.
I was pretty stoked to actually do a tasting in Australia with them.
Yeah, unreal.
So we showed Brazilian cuts, Brazilian techniques cuts, like how to cook it, and we had like I think 60 people that actually tried to learn about Brazilian barbecue.
No, that's fantastic, and that's what you want to see. Like, you know, what I mean, I think that's one of those things that, you know, and I love the fact that that you bring another culture back in, and you'll be able to share your love and your heritage, which is really cool. Now, I mean, before we wrap up, what's next for you, man? What do you got planned?
So I think next is keep doing the SA competition. We're just releasing Meat Lab rubs.
Yep, cool.
So it's coming up probably next week. Then a couple of places already have it. So it's a whole range of Jane and I. We actually been talking about that sort of rubs, being back and forward.
Yep.
Trying to find time to actually finish off. So we're pretty proud of the flavors.
Cool, man. That's
So yeah, so it's kind of that's it. SCA, of course. Keep doing.
Yep.
Second place. Long way to go to first place, but
yeah, Dan Barrett's got a little bit of a lead there, man. He dominated.
Yeah,
That's
it's so good. Nah, still, I still talk with him like time to time. Nah, he's a good friend of mine.
No. Look, it's cool. Like that was to me was the first time we really got into the competition side of things, because we had a lot more time in the start of it, and it was just cool to see and experience, and that culture and that sort of that relationships within the crews, within the competition crews, is unreal, right?
Yeah.
It's so friendly. Like we barely wanted to leave. We're just sitting there going like, do we have to go? Like, this is fun, right?
No, it's like for me, it's always it's a good sort of weekend away. I always make jokes saying, that's my fishing trip.
Yeah, we know, and that's it, right? Like, I mean, that's exactly what we're doing with that now. It's just been like, oh, that's just like, we're gonna get away, and then, like, it's just good fun, and you know, get some amazing food, amazing people. It's so good, right? But so look, really good to have a chat to you, man. I finally caught you, which is good.
Yeah, if you guys wanna go to Brazil, we're gonna do Meatstock Brazil, churrascada again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
what's the dates? Give us the dates.
First, Meatstock Brazil is the first weekend of July.
Yep.
And churrascada first weekend of August. We're gonna spend 10 days. So churrascada, we're gonna go South Brazil and cook with gauchos a whole day in a ranch, and we do different things.
So get in touch with you and Jay.
And we're happy to take everybody.
No worries. Thanks, heaps, mate. Thanks, everyone. So yeah, Reyan here from live at Sydney Meatstock with Adriano, and we just we'll catch you at the next maybe churrascada.
Churrascada, yeah, let's do it.
See ya.
That's it.